Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing, here today with a track showcase on the track Portal Plague by Cosmic Crimson. I think this is our first track by Crimson, one of our own racers. So as you can see from the get-go, there are a fair few portals in this one. We'll have a quick look around. It's quite a big track. So head over to the starting point, which is a big circle starting point. Oop, with a bit of a space theme going on, which then goes down. Got some spinners there, it's interesting, which will then filter you down into this treadmill area or some conveyor belt. And then we have this looping section and down towards our first portal. So it looks like if you get hit down the middle, you do go into this portal. Where it goes, I don't know. Maybe back to the start. We will find out. Or maybe it takes you here. That probably makes more sense. There's a portal there that's probably linked to this one. So I assume that would be quicker. Maybe. We'll have to see. Go down to another conveyor with lots of spinning obstacles in the way. Also, you can get thrown to a shortcut layer up above, or the two spirals, then into the end of that first section and into a portal there that then puts you into one of these three. So this would be something interesting that could be used in, I just see Demon, DNF for sure, Pesky Bird, I'm here, PSO Watch Live, or Last Race. That is good to hear, and welcome to the chat for this track showcase. I do need to remember to do the predictions. Demon doesn't win races, but always wins the predictions. That is true so far. So it would be interesting to see some tracks in future seasons with portal use, possibly to make multi-lane areas, as long as they aren't too far apart, so we can still track where things are going. But something like this, where you can randomize the outcome portal, so you can have different routes. It's all down to pure luck as to whether you get a good route or a bad route. There's a few elements on this track that could be useful to see in future races. This then goes to the end of this section. We've got a portal here. There's a little portal below it, which I'm not sure what that is there for. I think this must go here. It then goes down there. It then goes up here to there, and then up here down there. That seems to make the most sense. Pesky was saying they totally got third and no one can tell them otherwise. I'm not sure if that was quite the outcome, but I won't be arguing. So what is handy is Crimson's put these arrows so you can actually see where each section goes when it does go a bit further away, so that's quite useful. So you then go along this area, which I also find quite interesting. You have these panels that you have to get across, but you can bump each other off and into this portal, which I think resets you back at the starting portal for each of these sections. This one you have to stick to the edge, then this one off to one side, and this one off to the other side. So the fact that they've got portals means that will recover you, so you won't necessarily DNF unless you get stuck there long enough for the DNF countdown time to count you out. Then you have these that also have little portals underneath to catch you and reset you, so there's a few of these to go down, quite a few of these to go down. And then a big spinner and a massive ramp up here that takes you into, don't know what this is, but it looks like a portal that then probably popped you out into this big spinning blender looking thing, down to the bottom portal, and then out into this, which I think is a multi-layered spiral. There is one drop straight through the middle. I assume you can drop down that middle bit. That may be the quickest route if you can get it. Then up to this run, a few obstacles, a portal in the middle. I think that'll fire you out one of these two sides. Around to another bit with holes in, another sort of conveyor, some more holes, and another conveyor, and then follow the arrows. So this portal will randomly send you out into this, which is interesting. You'll get into one of these lanes. Some are quicker, some are slower. And then you've got side routes here, which put you into portals. And then you've got green to red for quickest to slowest. Obviously you want that inside lane. And then that portal will randomly drop you out here. Now this bit is another section I do quite like. Yeah, his track does look a bit evil. And it looks like the thing off Nemo. like the whirlpool. So this bit I quite like, the multi-lanes, and they're color coded for what happens. So the red ones will slow you down to a set speed. I think the greens you can just run through fine. The yellow I think slows you down but not as much. And then there's this rainbow one which boosts you. And then you'll come out at the end of here and go into one of these, which I think are called Plinko machines. So one of them. That's what I always hear them referred to as. Make your way down, around, up another big climb. And then this last section, sort of a square spiral with these little portals dotted around, which I don't know if they slow you down or speed you up. Not entirely sure where they send you. And then back to the start line. So it is quite long. But we are going to be doing 4 laps. So we will be doing predictions. I'll just load everyone in. Now what you'll see is there's some extras here. So Crimson actually created some of their own marbles and have included them in this. So I've added all of our usual lot in, but we also have some of Crimson's creations. So with the new marble creator, it looks like a bit too quick. Looks like they've had a play around, so you can see all the different colours and designs they've gone for. Which are very interesting. Some of them are quite cool to look at. We may have to think about maybe bringing up the opportunity to create some new skins on some of our teams, possibly. Maybe ours are getting a bit dated after seeing some of the looks of these skins. Pesky Bird is like an Elimerace, so our chances are better. It could end up like that. I don't know if there's much opportunity to go off or whether the portals will catch you all the time. I'm sure we'll find a way. Cheese, hello, you're late, but it's okay. I think you've been late to most of them this season, but it is no problem at all doing homework. Got to love a bit of homework, haven't you? So yeah, we may look at implementing some new skins. See what people think. See what people think will be the best idea. Maybe we'll look at changing some of the team skins in the future. You haven't been getting the pings. Yeah, there's something. The schedule on Twitch said no race today. Oh yeah, I've changed my schedule on Discord, but not on Twitch. I will need to do that. The pings, I don't know what's going on with that, to be honest. I know your pings are broken on your Discord anyway, but this ping was really late onto the Discord server. I think it was about 5 minutes live before it even went through. But let's get the predictions started, because I can talk while the predictions are running. So start a prediction. Now of course this does mean we have more races on the track, so there is that to bear in mind. Start a prediction. How many will DNF? 2 minutes. Start prediction. Okay, that is active for 2 minutes. Make sure you get your predictions in. The only reason you caught it is because you checked your phone. Good thing you checked your phone then. So yeah, we have more races, but even with all these drops, the portals could help with preventing some DNFs, but could also slow down people enough for DNFs. So we have a 60-second countdown timer that starts every time someone crosses the finish line. or everyone following gets DNF'd. It will be 4 laps. This will be quite a long one. I realised the last 2 season races are pretty short. I thought the lap times worked because they did in the previous season, but I think now that I've got used to the talking, the intros, the outros, all of that, the streams ended up being a bit shorter. So I'm going to be looking at extending the amount of laps on tracks so we get more race time, which I'm sure everyone will be happy about. I'm sure there'll be no complaints about more racing. Eskibird predicts a marble will win. That is a very strong prediction. Where we can use your channel points to put a prediction on the amount of DNFs. We are just past halfway through the time. See, Cheese has their prediction in. Eskibird has as well. Maybe speed up the racing game. See, if I play it too quick, then it's very hard to keep track of, which is why I do slow things down a bit. But I think I do run a little bit quicker than I ran in the previous season because I'm more used to it. But I did have a comment on one of the YouTube videos where I think they actually speed it up when they're watching it, and they quite like doing that. So there's actually a good idea for people that aren't too bothered about maybe the commentary, but want to watch it through and watch it maybe at a quicker pace. You can speed up the YouTube video and just watch them race. Sit back and enjoy. All about the practice, yep, indeed. So yeah, I'll be looking at the lap counts for the future races in this season and future seasons. I'll probably be upping them a little bit. So of course usually we were going for around 10 minutes in-game time for races. Now maybe we'll extend it to 15, 20, maybe 20. Because I think our last 2 streams only lasted about half an hour, 40 minutes. We want to ideally push for about an hour. That's my aim usually. So hopefully that will help. Cheese watched was it the last season when catching up, watched it 2 times speed. It is a smart idea. It does work. I think that is the predictions over. It is, which means we can get this underway. So they'll all rush into this drop down. And one of our own taking the lead, Blockmaster. But we do have a few of Crimson's creations just behind. So it looks like there's a couple of bumps on these corners. I also think I'm getting a little bit of frame rate drop, interestingly, which I don't think I got in the initial testing. We see a couple of people taking the shortcut, Crimson actually taking it as well. I think that's not even our Crimson, that's Crimson's own Crimson. So we have 2 Crimsons. We've got a Cosmic Crimson Creation Cosmic Crimson and a UMR Cosmic Crimson, just to make things confusing. So yeah, moving around, there's a bit of frame drop. I think that's because of all of the portals and all the moving objects, along with the additional bright colours and trails. Yeah, fake Crimson, an imposter. There's our real Crimson. We'll head up to our front runners. Who is in the lead? Beefcake currently in the lead. Get a bit of a zoom out, watch them teleport around this bit. So yeah, the frames weren't too bad in testing, but I think now that I've got things running in the background like OBS and Discord, I've got like stream elements, I've got the music, it's probably putting a little bit more strain on it. I imagine we will get this with some of the showcase maps, as some of them are very creative, have a lot going on. and with all the moving parts. So we've got a lot of people failing this section. People getting bumped around. Stanky's now in the lead, getting through safe. Seeing quite a few people getting pushed off. Demon hugging the wall. Look like they could have bounced back across there. Cheese, unfortunately, very far at the back. But we are currently beating the Crimson Creations. Also, there's a couple going into this portal, it looks like. Where did that take? Okay, so it takes them above this bit, so that's interesting. That's how they work. So I think our group goal here should be to beat the Crimson Creations. Now there are more of us, so hopefully we should. Currently it's going well. We've got Nick in the lead, followed by James, Stanky and Muffin. Have a bit of a zoom out and see what's going on with everyone. And the people at the front now making their way up the hill, now side by side. And up into this big spinner. So yeah, they just fall through that one and it puts them out into random positions in this section. So it looks like, who's in front of who here? I think Stanky's one layer down from Nick. James seems to be the lowest so far on the outside. It looks like, oh, we've just had an absolute run through from one of Crimson's creations, getting a drop straight through the middle. But this is Crimson's track, so they probably have an advantage. They will have had a lot of practice on this. They are built for this track. Can any of ours get back past them in the remaining laps? So we see a lot of names here spinning around. Further back, looks like Alice is currently our back runner. I don't see anyone else. So back up at the front, Quack is trying to chase down Glow. We'll call them Glow. He's up at the front. Oh, bit of a frame drop then. So many marbles teleporting around the place. See if Quack can catch up. Get one of our own back up into the lead. Now, this area with the random portal zones could really help. Especially this strip here. We can get some green runs. It will help out a lot. So Quack going down the blue route. Looks like that spiral has more layers, so I'm assuming that'll be slower. And it also comes out on the slow path. So through the middle, that's the quicker run by the looks of things. Two side bits will portal you backwards. So let's see where they come out up here. Looks like they're going to get green, red, red. So there is a chance. Oh no, they've gone into another portal. Still a green, red. Oh, so these portals actually change your lanes. So they managed to dodge a red there and hit 3 greens in a row. They're going to stay in and hit a red there. Now further back, dropping time here. Quack teleporting over to the green to join Nick. Void is also there with Zor and Muffin. Looks like Glow's going to get the quickest booster at the end of this straight. So Glow absolutely breaking away with the lead. Can Nick or Quack catch up? Looks like they're sticking to their lanes, not looking good for Nick. Quack teleporting around. Looks like we've had a few people come through now. Andrew's caught up. Zor, Blockmaster, Muffin, China, Harry. Yeah, a few gains here. But we can see Glow already at the bottom, heading up the next hill. So while we're watching these go down the lanes, of course I like to use these showcases as a chance to sort of talk a bit more with the chat, which I can't usually do in these seasonal races, because my focus is on the races a lot more, whereas this is a bit more chilled out, not so serious with the racing. So Pesky Bird doing okay now. And Cheese wonders where they are. Let's see if we can spot you. So you're not towards the back. Let's see. So many names. Ah, there you are. Found you. So, question for Cheese, seeing as you're in the chat, how's your track coming along? I've seen you've been streaming a couple more times. I haven't been able to watch them. I've seen you've been working away on the new version of the highway track. Total remaster. You see Glow coming to finish the first lap in the lead. Zor second, Cyan in third. Haven't worked on it since the stream, been busy. I didn't catch, I saw you did a stream not too long ago that I didn't get to catch. Still working through the main highway parts, just the main roads. Oh, okay, there's a BeamNG one, we didn't change the name. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that updated version once it's ready. It was looking good, even in its very incomplete basic form. I do look forward to the final version. It looks like when a marble gets pushed up against a wall by these spinners, they actually go through the spinner. Saw Blockmaster go through the spinner a couple of times there. Should be exciting. I hope so. Don't expect anything less. So let's head over to the front, see what's going on up at the front. So Glow's got quite a big lead here. And Zor has got Cyan chasing them down. So I am unsure now as to our abilities on taking on these Crimson Creations. We may get beat here if we don't pull anything out on the second half of this race. Yeah, if you don't get the visuals totally finished, then yeah, feel free to submit it in a complete running form. Because I know you weren't totally happy with the original version, which is why you've decided to scrap it and do a complete rework of it. And also the new one is looking much better already. Not that the first one was bad at all. It's in our season, it can't be bad. But the new one does look like quite a big improvement. I do look forward to giving it a go myself. Yeah, the curves definitely add a bit more interest to it, and I do like the rolling start as well. The first ever rolling start I've seen. I don't know if it's the first track to ever have a rolling start on the Marble World, but it's the first I've seen. So has there been any big changes here? Well, it looks like now we're being destroyed by the Crimson Creations as they've taken the top 3 slots through this very dangerous area. So it is definitely not looking good for the UMR racing group, the racing lot, all of you. But still 2 laps to go. We'll watch them all drop down to this spinning area. Yeah, that's true. You might be right there. Could be a bit of an original idea. A few original concepts in there. But like I was saying before, this track that we're showcasing now has a few interesting concepts as well that could get brought into some future tracks. Especially the lanes getting put into random lanes with different levels of speed through them. Bit of a randomization to the race. So while we're watching this showcase, because of course it's going to be a bit of a long one, feel free to bring up any topics of conversation. Anyone has any? Portals make it easy to do so. Yeah, they do. They actually seem like a really good addition. Well, it looks like we actually have someone stuck. So 0 DNFs is definitely out of the question. Yeah, this is a very creative track. I'll give them that. Your shoulder hasn't randomly hurt for a while now. That's good. That is a topic as well, yeah. That's very good news. Hopefully it'll stay that way. No need to worry in that case. Where's that portal all the way over here? Only just noticed that. I wonder, this is either a randomly placed portal for no reason whatsoever, or if you fall off, there's some invisible floor that leads you to this portal. One or the other. Probably a test portal. Could be. And Happy Pride Month. I assume that's what it say, Happy Pride Month. Thought of using lit portals as decoration. Interesting concept. But how much strain do portals put on the game, even if they're not being used? So I can see in this there's a little bit of like frame. I don't know if it's necessarily the portals, whether it's just all the spinning objects everywhere and all the colours, but of like the marbles, I'm not entirely sure which it is that's giving the strain. Yeah, it might be worth asking. Because I mean, the portals, I assume there's some calculation going on as things teleport through them, and when you've got a lot of marbles doing it at the same time, I imagine it puts a bit of strain. But if they're sat stationary, I don't know. Maybe they don't need to do anything, so they're just visuals moving. But I have just noticed one of ours has now moved into the lead, but they are fighting with Cyan, so Diamond Swords is going to drop in as well. So we might be trying to pull this back as we go towards the second half of the race. The spinners can have a hit on performance. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way that that can be improved. I'm no game developer, but I wonder if there is a way to improve the performance of them in some way without sort of hindering them at all. Of course, this has a lot of spinners that are constantly rotating, so it doesn't help too much. Of course, they do have it so that there is a view distance, which does help. They've already been improved. I wouldn't like to think what this would be like on the older version then. Be a nightmare. So it looks like we now have 3 of ours in the top 5. That's great. Glow's taken an absolute dive. So Harry, okay, so these portals send you down a layer. So Harry flew up into this portal, got sent down to this one and hit the booster. That's actually pushed them up to second. It's like Diamond Swords is going to go into that one. So is Harry and so is Ib, so they're going to get a nice jump. Oh, but looks like Cyan's going to follow. But we are now covering the top 3. Your teammate who you did not bribe. Not at all. Wouldn't be seen doing that. Pesky Bird's wanting to hit a booster. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people wishing for that right now. So you see the main group heading down Void with a very good run through there. Getting through one of the shortcuts. Oh yeah, if you have Nitro you can boost the server, yeah. That's one kind of boost. And you know what, if you're subbed on Twitch, you get the green booster emoji. So there's another kind of boost. Yeah, gotta promote. Always gotta promote. She's helping with the promotion. Boosted your own server. Well, there you go. You got boost. Unfortunately, that doesn't help you here. I do have the South promo section in our Discord, so you can always pop it in there if you want people to check it out. You do get some neat emotes indeed. Yeah, the spinning UMR marbles. Gotta be subbed for them. It's no worries. It's the follow is enough, more than enough. Or as you may have seen, the new or you know, maybe someone will gift you. Maybe someone will gift you a sub if you ask nicely. I can't promise anything. Can't be doing that. Or of course, win one of the seasons with the new rewards. As people may have seen in the Discord, the new reward for winning a seasonal race is I will gift you a sub. So you'll have a free sub. You'll take that free champion sub, yeah. Gotta win the season for that one. Oh, geez, when you put it that way. I mean, everyone should devote their life. I mean, what doesn't sound entertaining about that? Yeah, at the moment, the rewards are still under review, but at the moment I've got it on the winner's going to get a free sub. I'm trying to think at the moment what I want to do for second and third. Because of course we're scrapping the Discord economy system. I see I'll be gifting a sub to the winner of the season. No hard written, no, it's fine, it's fine. It's all fine. Buy your Marblewood, then we'll talk. Yeah, maybe I'll do a giveaway at some point. For game codes. I mean, I imagine most of the people that watch me do have the game. But I imagine there's people that don't. I'm sure there's a few people that don't. Maybe that'd be a good idea to do at some point. Although I do think that means I'll have to buy the game like multiple times, and Cyan's just jumped into the lead to get the codes, unless I can get some codes sent to me by the developer. But I don't think that'll happen. But maybe someone can sweet talk them, and then I can do a giveaway. Bit of promotion. No, I don't think I'm big enough for that. Nowhere near. But it's an idea. The computer can't handle it. Ah, that's a shame. I don't think I can do a computer giveaway. Definitely not big enough for that. So Cyan's way ahead at the moment. Also, there's a red way at the back, just chilling on their own. Looks like Corrupt Red has got the fastest lap currently. Yeah, if anyone comes up with any ideas for rewards for the season, definitely drop them in the suggestions section on the Discord. For first, second, or third, or all of them. And I'll take a look at them and consider them. I can't promise that I'll include them because it depends what they are. And if I feel they are fit for purpose, then I'll definitely check them out. I do look at the suggested, even if I don't respond. Sometimes I do forget to respond. It looks like TJ's going to take the lead as Cyan messed up over the holes and TJ is through clean. It's like NASCAR with 3 less wheels and no driver. No, NASCAR's on an oval. We have more turns. We turn right here. We turn left and right. You haven't made an oval track? No, I have. Idea, winner gives Pesky a reward. I have a feeling most people won't agree with that. Oh, looks like Adam's way at the back as well. Having some trouble. Metallic Black is still stuck. Oh, we're over there. Did not know where they went then. Winner bans Pesky. I don't think Pesky will like that idea. The Diamond Sword's having a bit of a nightmare. It's moved down to 7th. That's not gone well. Let's get a zoom out of this straight area and see how people do. If Cheese finishes a race, Cheese gets banned for life. Interesting concept. At some point, I think we'll do a follower race, and we may do a subscriber race as well at some point. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Of course, most of our races anyway, our showcases are all follower based. So of course, make sure you follow on Twitch as well. But yeah, we'll look at possibly doing a YouTuber one. So if you are subbed on YouTube, check that it's public. Otherwise, I can't see that you're a sub. And all the public subs, we may put together a big race, a special YouTube race. Some kind of big event. No idea what track. Early idea at the moment. But yeah, an idea for the future. Special event. So TJ still in the lead, Cyan in second, Harry in third. Corrupt Red, of course, still holding the fastest lap, dropping a lot of positions though. Just saw a big drop there. What if you made a podium world? If you saw my award video, I actually had a podium built on that, which was very basic. So feel free, because I'm sure you can do a better job than I did on that one. You can actually see it in the thumbnail. So if you need any inspiration, which I'm sure you won't, you can see that. Oh yeah, it's only top 3. Yeah, if you wanted to do like the whole order, then feel free. It saves me the work, to be completely honest. If you had it fully working, so I could just go in and bang, it all works, that'd be amazing. I probably won't do a full award video like I did last time with the Discord stuff and everything. Partly because we're not going to be adding half the stuff in Discord. We'll have the roles. It'll probably be a little bit more straightforward and less stuff going on. Of course, we'll have the voting on, you know, favourite track, favourite elimination track, best race, all of those things. But yeah, that at least saves me something, because I have to do a lot of editing and recording to actually put one of those award videos together. So at least if that track's done and you're willing to do it, then that saves me a chunk of work there, which I am always grateful for. Should have top 10. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. So yeah, if you do want to put that together before the end of this season, then gladly. Sub to the YouTube with your marble account. Thank you so much for that. Oh, so I'm trying to go for the shortcut, but doesn't make the jump. I think we're at 220 subs on YouTube at the moment. Somewhere around there. So, you know, making progress, making progress. If you have time, you defo will. Yeah, that would be amazing. But if you don't worry. Oh, I'll probably just use the one I used last time. People have to put up with my basic creations. Check out your channel. Well, like I say, put it in the South promo. Maybe I will, maybe some other people will. Got some ideas to make it stylized. You've always got ideas. And more unique to UMR. It's always good to hear. I just realised we're on the last lap. When that happened? Thought we'd only gone to lap 3. I'm so engrossed in our chat. On the final lap, and TJ currently in the lead. In fact, let's take a look here. So Cyan's gonna choke over there. TJ, oh, not quite with the clean run, so they come back for a second attempt. It's a bit like watching Squid Games, this. Oh, Cyan with the bounce as well, so TJ will hold that number 1 spot through this glass floor section. Cyan will make it through the second time. It looks like after a reset, you're pretty much guaranteed it unless you get hit by someone. Metallic Black, although quite far behind, so it was a good run. Red trying to come through and get past Harry, but doesn't actually work out. Yeah, I don't know how we got to the last lap so quick. Crazy. Ooh, Snorker just on the edge makes it through. We lose 2 School of Thugs through clean as well, so Space Comet not quite pulling it off. As we make our way down, oh, it looks like Cyan has managed to get past TJ. That is very unfortunate. And TJ with the bounce, that might have helped them slightly. It's a good bounce into that bottom bit. Cyan sent backwards. Oh, Cyan's having some big problems here. Big problems. It looks like they're teleporting. Or has this portal been put in slightly the wrong way? Is it backwards, or is this just how you teleport into portals if you're not going quick enough? Oh, Cyan's in a loop. Oh, there we go, set free. Well, that was interesting. That is one hell of a way to throw. So TJ can make a breakaway into the lead for the UMR lot. Team UMR, let's go. Not enough speed. So you need enough speed on portals, otherwise you'll go back through. Been 40 minutes of racing. Yeah, well, mine's now at 54 minutes streaming. So this has worked out more towards what I was hoping, around an hour. So timed it relatively well. Of course, this will be a bit over an hour, but it's a track showcase. They're usually a bit longer than the races. Can't really fix without increasing the grace period. Yeah, well, it makes for funny moments like that. I think we can cope with that. 13 minutes of intro. Yeah, that's true. There was a bit of intro to this one. And our season races do have much shorter intros now. Oh, it looks like Glow has managed to get up into the lead. What's happened to TJ? Terrible run through that bit by TJ. It looks like Widows now our hope to take the lead. But Glow, who had a good run earlier on, is now back up into the lead and is flying away with it on this final lap. This is bad news for Team UMR. How big is the showcase list? Is that as in everything I've done, like we've showcased so far, or everything we've done so far and coming up, or just the ones coming up? Ooh, Glow slowing down quite a bit there. What's left? So, ooh, do I remember off the top of my head? I think I'm always trying to add to it. Of course, we've had a bit of a slowdown of submissions in the Discord, so anyone who has some tracks they would like showcase, definitely put them in the track submission section on our Discord. But yeah, go into the red zone. But I do occasionally look in the Steam. If I see anything on the Steam recommended, the homepage of the workshop, I add it to the list if I think it looks interesting. So currently I think I've got 3, maybe 4. I did add another one today that are left to do after this one. And of course it's 1 a week, so hopefully about a month's worth. There should be enough time for people to make more fun creations or submit any of their own creations, or of course it doesn't have to be your own. If there's any that you like the look of, that you think interesting, or you'd actually like to see me check out, get my reaction, then submit it and I'll check it out. Yeah, just as you say, you might look for some more to make my job easier. Yep, that is perfectly fine with me. Means I can add it. Of course, I do one quick check to make sure it functions. But I try not to spoil too much of the running. I just make sure it functions. Try and get an idea of how long a lap's going to be on it. And then we dive into it in a bit more depth on the showcase. With the new updates, definitely check them out. I have seen an issue, I don't know if anyone else has come across this, but I was looking through the workshop at some of the new maps, and of course with the new desert update there's bombs and bomb dispensers, like cannons. There is a map on there, there's probably multiple, but there was one I loaded that was just, there's no marbles from what I could see, and it was just an infinite dispense of bombs coming out of cannons all over the place on the new desert map, and it destroys the frame rate, and I actually crashed my game. I tried to hit escape and quit and my game crashed, and I have a funny feeling that's going to get abused quite a bit as troll tracks in the workshop. So I don't know if that's maybe an issue, maybe to raise with the dev. Yeah, it fully crashed my game. Just an absolute spam of explosions. That wasn't very enjoyable. You're thinking about making the highway track in a limb race. Any thoughts? It'd be an interesting concept because it's your design. Thought originally you were looking to go for one that tried to have no DNFs, but in a limb race it's just as good. We do only have 3 or 4 a limb race at the moment, as it looks like Glow is gonna take the win here. One of the Crimson creations, we just couldn't do enough. Crimson creation is just too good on their own track. But yeah, if you want to make it a limb race, feel free. I do quite enjoy the eliminations. They add a whole lot of drama and a lot of upset. An idea they could get pulled over. Interesting concept. Plus with some of the new parts, you see Stanky coming through, Quack just behind, Quack taking the fastest lap on that final lap as well. And then Birdo in 4th. Yeah, we've had some new elimination, well, destruction blocks, don't know what they refer to them as. So there's the new lava. I don't know really if you're going to be able to use that. I see Space Comet come through. Use that on your highway unless you've got some volcano nearby, but it'd be a little bit random, I suppose. So yeah, I know there's a few more blocks, but of course you can be as creative as possible with that. Getting pulled over could be interesting. So yeah, we do like an elimination race. It upsets a lot of people, I'm sure. It's a lot about endurance, just making sure you don't, well, consistency probably mainly, making sure you don't mess up. And that's the top 20 through. No, unfortunately, no top 20 for you, Pesky Bird. Yeah, it'll fit. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Will be interesting to see. So while everyone else is actually no, we'll watch for a little bit longer before going to the winner. You know, it's only one of Crimson's marble creations. But no, we have quite a few marbles still coming around, so might as well just let people see where they're finishing. That's if you've been keeping count of the positions, because I certainly have not. Now, I didn't see many go off, but I do know a couple got stuck, so I don't think our DNF count's going to be that high. Be interesting to see if anyone got the prediction right. I really want to finish the highway race because it would be more enjoyable in the season. Yeah, I suppose that is true. Pesky beat Cheese. They're happy about that. See Cheese coming through now. You also don't want to experience burnout. It's also true. It's just weighing it up. I guess it's just about breaking it down a bit and putting so much time aside to work on the track. And I guess if you stream it at the same time like you did before, it probably helps as well, because you've got a bit of, you know, something going on, maybe people to talk to, keep the flow going. See, Demon just crossed. Not a good race for them. Got Sawyer, Magic, Tokyo, and Mini. Also not too great for them. Might stream tonight. But if I can, I'll definitely check that out. Of course, your time difference with mine is quite a bit. So usually when you stream, it is quite late for me. Is why I won't make it to a few of them. But usually if I see you live and I'm not doing anything or I'm not sleeping, then yeah, I usually check it out, especially to see how the highway race is coming along. I'm very invested in that. It's usually late for you too. What time is it for you right now? Now let's go over to our winner. Below. And speed things up to full speed. Or as quick as the game will let us do it. It's 6:04 PM. Yeah, here it is currently 11:04 PM. Or 23:04. So yeah, most of the streams are at about 10 PM. As it seems to be a decent time for the time zones. Although I have a feeling it's not too great for our Australian watchers. So I'm thinking about adjusting some of them. Of course, the problem with the midday ones, I think the midday ones are good for them, but with the showcases previously being midday, I haven't really had many viewers. And a lot of people that watch have said sort of they can't really watch it at that time because it's the middle of the day. And for you, I think that's probably way too early in the morning, like 7 AM or something. So I decided to move it, and it looks like it's helped a bit. Okay, that makes sense. Right, so everyone's through. You can scroll down, see everyone's finishing positions, and we will see how many DNFs we had. See Pesky Bird finishing in 54th. Cheese in 63rd, Wood in 67th, Demon in 74th. And we had 4 DNFs. Oh, Metallic Black actually ended up DNFing. Oh, of course, Metallic Black was... Yeah, I'm stupid. They were the one that got stuck. I saw them recently and thought someone was doing well, but no, it's because they were stuck. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you definitely weren't in dead last. So 4. Let's see who, if anyone, got this prediction right. So choose outcome. And it looks like we had... No, we did have a prediction for 0. We had predictions for 11 to 15, but we do not have any for 1 to 5. So I think that means everyone's points will get returned to them, and no winner. Shouldn't believe what people say. But choose outcome 1 to 5. Complete. So yeah, a good track, some good elements there that I would like to see. Yeah, they did vote the same as you. Unfortunately, that hasn't worked out for either of you. So yeah, I would like to see some of these elements introduced into some season races. I think they could make for some interesting future races. As we see more development on this game, more interesting track pieces and mechanics, and especially some of the logic stuff that will be coming at some point. I imagine our tracks are going to get a lot more advanced and interesting. So it'll be interesting to see what the future seasons hold. Will we see this next season? I don't think we'll see this track. I think there's elements of this I really like, but I don't think it totally works as a racetrack for our seasons. Mainly because of how scattered it is. And the amount of bouncing around with the teleporters and trying to keep an eye on everything. Who knows, if people love it enough, maybe it will. But yeah, I do like a lot of elements from it. Like if people could build tracks focused around some of the elements from this track, like those glass bits you have to make your way over, the randomized teleporters to different speed zones, things like that, then we could see some really interesting races for the seasons. You're buffering. Well, that's no good. Probably because we're following this marble around at high speed. Let's pull away from it and see if this helps. So yeah, those are the elements. You don't know what I said. Okay, so I like... Yeah, so probably not in the future. Unless people really, really like this track and want to see it. Mainly because of how many portals there are, the bouncing around, trying to keep track of everything. But there's elements I like. So the bit where they have to go over the glass and still don't. You still having buffering problems. Well, I'm saying it now, and if you miss it again, then too bad. The glass they have to go over with the drops either side, which will teleport you back. I quite like them. Really good feature. Especially because they don't DNF you, because obviously a lot of people are going to fall down them. So the fact it just portals you back to the start to run it again, I do like that. And of course the portals that randomize you into any set of portals into lanes that change your speed, that's a really good element as well. So things like that. Oh, is it not going well for you? You're having big buffering issues now. Well, yeah. So like this bit here of the lanes, quite like. So yeah, things like that. Maybe get introduced into some smaller scale tracks. Then I'll definitely check them out and potentially see them in future. Something about speed. Maybe you just have to watch this end bit back. But yeah, things like that. Something like that. Whatever I was saying. You've made me lose my thought now. Yeah, it can make interesting season races in the future. But that is going to be it for this showcase. So yeah, very interesting track, very long track, and a lot of new interesting ideas. So I enjoyed it. I liked it. So of course, if you're watching on Twitch, please head over to the YouTube and subscribe over there. Most of the people watching my YouTube videos are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a bunch, and it helps the channel out a bunch, and helps me bring more and better content for you in the future. And of course, head over to Twitch to follow live. That also helps me out, and you get to watch the races live and take part in future events. After the highway, you'll give it a shot. Good to hear. But that was going to do it for this stream. A nice 1 hour 12. Hopefully better timing for people. The last two streams being a little bit short. But that is it. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.